All right, so the very first thing that you really want to do is you want to turn on your PC. I guess turning on your PC is really the first bit of optimization. Now, on this screen of mine is where the main PC monitor is. So I'm mashing delete to make sure that it doesn't load straight into Windows. Oh my God, I was too slow, and I'm suffering from success. So first things first, need to turn on PC. PC is on, and then I'm mashing the delete button because on my motherboard, delete is what takes you into the BIOS. Yeah, it flashes for a bit. Perfect. So we're now in the BIOS. Now inside of the BIOS, it's basically showing you here my processor, which is the 7900X. Shows you my RAM. I'm running it at 4800. Showing you that as well as my fan curves. You can go in here and adjust your fan curves. Me, I keep it simple. My fans are basically off right until about 40 degrees Celsius, and they run at max speed at about 80 degrees C. And I have it set to manual. In order to do that, I have two fans, including an AIO fan. So I have the same setup there, but that's not important. So to stop your processor from basically frying up, what you want to do is you start by heading over to advanced modes, right? Now this is different depending on your motherboard, but on my Asus motherboard, I'll head over to the AI tweaker. And when I come here, you can set the RAM speed. If you really want it super fast, you can set it up at 6, but that's not what I'm interested in. So you want to come down, and well, first things first, I prefer to set my voltages on my DRAM to 1.2 volts. That's just a me thing. You really want to go into your Precision Boost Overdrive. That's where all of the optimization for temperature is going to happen. Now inside of Precision Boost Overdrive, these are the settings that I have set everything to. So I've set it up at 70 degrees Celsius, and the AMD Eco Mode 105 watts. But this is what it looks like when you first come here. This will be set to auto. This is going to be set to auto, okay? So, and then, you have Curve Shaper. I'll not talk about that now. You have Curve Optimizer. So when you first come here, everything is going to be set to auto. Do not touch the VRM throttling. That is there for your safety, especially if you overclock. Just don't touch it. Don't touch peak current control. Leave it as is. Just leave it on auto. Medium load boost it. Just leave it on auto. It doesn't do much. You want to go to Precision Boost Overdrive. Come here and set it up at AMD Eco Mode. I personally set it up at Eco Mode 105 watts. I'll show you some graphs later to specify why. But I can set it up at 170, 105, and 65. 65 basically, these are the actual numbers. At 65 watts, you're basically turning your CPU into a laptop CPU. And you lose quite a bit of performance. At 105, which ends up being 142 watts, you're getting the best of both worlds. Great performance, like 90 to 92, 93% of what you could be getting, but without all of the heat. And then most importantly, you want to go over to your platform thermal throttle limit, and you want to set it up at manual. I personally set it up at 72 degrees C. You can set it up at 80. Out of the factory, this is at 95 degrees Celsius, which is crazy because the more the temperatures increase, the more voltage you need to push through your CPU by any given frequency. So it's a runaway curve. You don't want this to be hitting 95. If you're absolutely performance hungry, go 80. You'll be fine. Just these two things are enough to reduce your CPU temps. If you want to go even further, you can use the Curve Optimizer. Just set it up at like all cores -12. That should work on practically every CPU. I know people can get this down to -30 and stable, but that's probably not you. You can tweak this out, but tweaking this is a lot of work, right? Setting this up to a lower temp, your platform thermal throttle limit, setting it up in AMD Eco, choose the medium Eco performance mode, will get most of the job done. If you want to go even further, you can open up the curve shaper and go through, all the curve shaper. That's a whole other thing. It's a lot of work, and you probably won't benefit too much from it. I have, but that's not important for now. Anyway, with that, you exit, save changes and reset, and you're done. Okay, so let me take you through the actual data. When you have your processor straight out of the factory, you're going to notice it's going to be closer to the higher reaches of voltage, literally 1.35 volts. It's kind of crazy how hot these chips are from the factory. However, you'll notice that that's what it takes to get like 5.3, 5.4 gigahertz out the box, which is not really well optimized. But anyway, but in real my own testing, I can get these processors to 5.4 volts on all cores at 1.21 volts. Now, this varies chip to chip. It depends on your luck, but fundamentally, at about 105 watts at that eco mode, you're getting the perfect balance of performance to your processor's heat output. That's why I recommend that as the eco mode. Putting it down at like 65 watts drastically drops the performance. It will barely go above 4.5 volts. And even then, like, it's just terrible. It's like using a laptop processor. So I don't recommend it. But essentially, set up that thermal limit, set up that eco mode, and you'll be good to work the entire day without your processor becoming an oven.